Yes, welcome to Right the Coombe Valentine's special. Two guys for every week, not just on Valentine's. Derek and Frank, how you doing, lads? All right?
Good.
Aye, very well.
Good. Very good, mate.
Holding hands now?
No, not yet. Not yet.
How did Carol like her present, the open goal free t-shirt you gave her?
The what? Who gave her that?
You got it for Valentine's?
I didn't know anything about that. No.
Listen,
when you're nearly when you're nearly 27 years married, she got her usual cup of tea in bed this morning. I think we'll go out this afternoon, but we've got company. No Macca, my granddaughter. Take my granddaughter out.
What's the secret at 27 years? Right. Can you give this man the secret?
I said, just marrying a good lassie, innit? That's what it's all about. She's a good laugh, makes me laugh anyway, so I
married a couple
of good lads, just give my house.
Right, I know what you're into on Valentine's Day, so you need to get your blindfold back off the old compliance officer.
Aye. What's Kevin coming in and all, talk about that.
We're going to start with that just quickly because obviously Paul McGinn's incident, Alan Power's incident, no red cards.
I was at that game, the St Mirren Dundee United. First of all, before we get to that incident, Dundee United were different class. I was really impressed with them.
I thought St Mirren would have turned them over. I thought they had to do something.
United were excellent, honestly, until the boy Butcher gets sent off again for a really poor challenge. I was at the game and I always go with my gut feeling. And then when they come through with the forearm, I thought that was a sending off right away. And because again, what I tend to do as well, I look where the referee is, and Willie was only, I think he was only 7-8 yards away, in a great position, clear view, and I just thought it was like something out of UFC.
I look at things differently. I look at things and I see.
Oh, we know you look at things differently.
No, but back in your day when we played, that was a send off. That's how bad it was. Do you know what I mean? In today's game, you can't touch anyone now. But in our game, when we played, that was a send-off. So
I just thought that was an easy decision. So it was so.
They get things wrong, they get things right, don't they?
But for a referee just to be in close proximity and to get that wrong, I was 50 yards away in the stand, and I winced and I went, oh, that's because he could have hurt the wee fella.
I hope that Cammy Smith enjoys his Valentine's chocolates through a straw. The next one I want to ask you about, how much did you pay Alan Power to kick Ryan Jackson's face?
No, but listen, I thought Kilmarnock would have turned him over last week. I really did, because Rangers don't like plastic, do they, really? Except when they're buying players.
They don't like playing away from
Is that
why you were an early this morning? So
I was an early. I woke up this morning and thought that, so that's going in.
There you go, you've got that. What did you make of the 0-0 draw? So bad result for Rangers?
No,
or is that a hard place to go?
Listen, it is, and we talk about the Stevie Clarke factor. So the beauty is Rangers get them back at Ibrox. At home. They're really strong, so they've got a real good opportunity to progress, and what a game that could be if they do get through, up at Aberdeen. But on the Power one, it was dangerous, wasn't it? And again, you could talk about his awareness of where maybe Jack was, but when you're in that area, he should have maybe had that wee kind of half floating, but raising your foot there, it was endangering the player. So it was a bad challenge.
Morelos and McGregor mystery play, could that be a wee leveller?
Well, I think Morelos, what games is he missing? Is he missing?
3, is it 3?
He's missed one.
He's missing that cup game anyway, which is a huge blow.
It's a huge blow for him.
And McGregor as well?
Well, I think he's been their best signing this year.
He's been excellent,
I think he's been excellent. And, a couple of things that he could have been, we're talking about, he could have been held accountable for. A couple of things he's done this year. And it's not, I've not seen him when he was up here the first time, he wasn't. He was a great keeper. He's still a good keeper, but he's
top draw.
He's just leaving his foot in sometimes and doing things that he shouldn't do. So I don't know if it's age. It's an age thing.
Well, he's only 36, and you think for a keeper, that's not too old. And the thing with McGregor, big moments in games, he comes to the fore. That's what I'm saying. He comes to the fore. So is it going to be a miss? Of course it is. Because he's you would class him, Morelos, as probably Rangers' best players.
Especially because Rangers have not really had a settled back four this year. And now the goalie's out. Does that add to it as well?
I think he knows his back four, doesn't he? Stevie Gerrard keeps changing it, doesn't he?
Well, it's kind of been Moral goals in the last couple, and I think he's obviously going to stick with that. But how much I miss will McGregor be for Saturday against St Johnstone?
He's a miss. He'd be a miss for any team. That's what I'm saying, and that's what we're saying, Si. You look at the signings that Rangers have made. Mark has just touched on it. He's probably one of their best signings. And if you take him and Morelos out the side, that's a big blow for Rangers. But you would hope with the squad that they've got, and they have got a strong squad. They've got players that can come in and stand up. But it only gives confidence to the likes of Killie side going to Ibrox. So they need to try and take advantage of that. But I just think at home, certainly with Rangers.
You like Fordham as a keeper?
He's decent, he's a good keeper. He's not a bad keeper. Is he as good as McGregor? No chance. But I think he'll still be able to come in and do a job.
Is it a good time for Rangers to get St Johnstone though after the 3 defeats against Celtic? Confidence low?
I think the confidence is low, but you've got to just accept it. Celtic ran over the top of them. I don't think the Rangers are as good as Celtic individually. So I think they'll want to get something out of game St Johnstone. I mean, I think they will. But it's a strange one because they've been battered with the same team 3 times. But was it last year? They played Motherwell or something 3 times in a row in Celtic and battered them, and they went on a run after it. So maybe St Johnstone will do that. That's what Tommy Wright will be home for. I mean, he came out and the interview he done after the game was just the last one. He says, "We just get beat with a better team." He says, "Not sometimes it's not like you can do it, but."
You expect St Johnstone with McGregor missing and Morelos not playing? You expect St Johnstone to come and have a go, or
no, they'll not have a go.
No, they can't.
No, I mean they're playing a lot better football under Tommy Wright, that's for sure. But no, they'll not. If they go and they go toe-to-toe with Rangers, there's only going to be one winner for me. So they need to play. They'll need to a wee bit cagey early doors. And when you get your opportunity hitting the counter attack, they've got. The thing is with St Johnstone, what they have got in forward areas, they've got a wee bit more pace about them. So they'll try to utilise that, you know. But it's going to be a tough one because when you have been beaten with Celtic. It plants a wee seed of doubt, you know, when you go up against the best players. Celtic and Rangers predominantly have the best players in Scotland, so that wee seed of doubt in a player's mind, you know, can have an adverse effect. So I would
it could work the other way because they're going there and they're not expecting nothing. So they could go there and say, look, we're not hiding to nothing here, so let's just go and enjoy
It's too important for Rangers at the minute. You know, that's 6
but that's
points.
The pressure's on them.
I know, and that's why.
I think Rangers have got to win every game now, and I just don't think they can do it. I really don't.
Right, okay, Celtic 7 wins out of 7 domestically, no goals conceded. How impressed have you been with them?
Well, I said that last week. I think it's a statement. 6 games and no goals. I thought that's a big statement since getting beat by Rangers. So,
what do you think the change has been since the Rangers game?
I think they had the flu at the Rangers game.
They had some.
You kissing them all?
They had some. I don't know. I've never seen it. Not even just Celtic. I've never seen a whole team that never played. Because none of them played. And then there's a lot of rumours kind of, you know, they've had the cold and all that, but listen, that is what it is, you get beat.
What rumours is that? It's due to me.
I had the flu, apparently I had the flu.
Is that a horse flu?
Aye, horse flu, that'd be shut Newmarket down.
But it's a real test for them, Saturday away to Killie. Hard game,
It's a good one. It's a good one for them,
Aye.
I think it's a good one.
Again, you're speaking about the plastic earlier on.
They're quite
don't enjoy it.
They don't enjoy it, but I think they've got.
But they've struggled on the pitch before.
The boy Kent and all that, they can play anywhere.
Well,
these boys, players like that can play anywhere.
Seeing you're talking about that type of player in Celtic, I've got players like that kind of low centre of gravity, that have got good mobility, and if you've got that on that surface, you don't like that surface side, obviously. And I thought that would be your type of surface as well, but obviously a few inches. But if you look at it, it's the bigger guys, the 6 foot plus guys that kind of struggle a wee bit on it. It's the guys, it's the ball players. And Celtic have got a few, and you look at the fella up top, Burke, you know, that pace, the power.
You know, I didn't think he was that quick, to be honest with you. I didn't think he was that quick and all of a sudden, when I seen him sprint for the third one he gave to St.
Putting afterburners on, that's the power as well. It's not just the pace, it's the power that he carries as well.
Aye, so he's getting better every game. So.
Is he a centre forward in Burke?
Obviously the way he's playing now.
It's the first time he's played in his whole career, eh?
Well, it's one of him. I played midfield for 4 years and I went up front.
How were you midfield top man?
No, it was good. It was top goal scorer at St Mirren for a couple of years.
It's always brilliant.
It's a stupid question.
Does he lack confidence?
Will Rangers be looking at this game as the game that Celtic could slip up?
No, you look after yourself.
So none of that will be happening then?
No, I don't think so. I don't think the management team, the players will look at that. They just need to keep their own house in order.
Right, okay. Scott Brown? Last couple of games, is he put two fingers up to his old critics?
Well, I think, look, Ross says, I thought he can't get through a season, you know, playing, especially with Sham. I don't think the two of them can play together. And,
why not?
Because you've got, the boys that come in are so quick, and they've got legs, they've got youth, and Sham doesn't do that, he sits there. Well, that's what Scott does, he's good at that. So I think one or the other, with the other boys on about, they've got plenty of pace and legs, and that's what frightens defenders, frightens people when people like McGregor, Christie, Sinclair, when they run at people, defenders hate that when midfield's coming running through. You know, they don't like it because they don't know how to pick up centre forward or pick up the runner coming through, and it confuses them. There's not a lot of intelligence in half going a bit. So
sometimes players get better wage. That's where Brown comes in, and what he'll be getting is plenty of rest as well. He'll be managed well, you know. So his attitude and the way he'll live his life in this day and age will be spot on. So it's about getting rest as much as anything, and I think you'll get that under Brendan Rodgers. And you can't beat experience. I say it all the time. And if you get young, you talk about Christie.
You're only saying that because you're on the show.
That's
it was funny last week when he says he didn't know what to do, and the whole crowd were shouting shoot. So he shot. He said, I couldn't believe it.
That was some strike, wasn't it? It was some
See, when you were getting older, did you? I'm not at the point even asking him. Did you look after yourself more?
Oh, aye.
Oh, without a shadow of doubt. Aye, he's going.
Of course he did.
No, you never.
I had a lot more time in bed.
Aye, who way, but I said, we're not going there, but I said,
Paul Hammy.
Aye, it's natural, isn't it? And I think the reason that you do that is because you start to get scared. You get scared because you know your time's running out. I played till I was, 38 and a half, but I was told to give up because a surgeon told me my knee was gone. But from 30 onwards, you know, you just, your diet, you watched your diet, you watched what you ate, you rested, believe it or not, because you didn't want it to finish. Because you know, once it's gone, it's gone. So isn't it? The coaching and managing is good, but nah, it doesn't replace being in a dressing room.
It's a full-time job, isn't it? Coaching and managing. Can't do that.
Because I always say to the kids as well, it never felt like a job to me. It never felt like work. That's the beauty. Going to keep yourself fit.
Football's not a job to me. No. But you go away.
But you were never there.
I know, I was always here.
You turned up in helicopters and all that, didn't you?
I couldn't have played the way I played if I was as bad as what I was supposed to be.
So you weren't as bad as that,
no? I always turned up for training. What
state were you in?
No, we're not telling that, no.
Captain George, no, is that your after dinner speaking? Don't want to go there.
If you want to hear that story, Frank's available for after dinners.
Kiddies parties.
Right, Paul Heckingbottom. Now, just as well, we've got an expert on bottoms. Good appointment. Good appointment.
No.
I know it was it.
I don't mention words.
Well, you know, they went after the other boy, didn't they?
Appleton.
And he's saying no because
the terms
are terrible. I mean, you can't. When we did in England, done interviews in England, and then they're coming up, they don't want to give them a relocation. That's part of the deal when you play football. You're a footballer.
In South especially, it happens
you get a relocation fee to go away, and they didn't want to give them. I mean, that's penny pinching. I just think they're on a slippery slope.
Favourite bottom?
Yeah.
What about you, Derek? Good appointment. By the way, he did do a great job at Barnsley. Not so good at Leeds.
Do you know, I'm going to go over all ground. You know, you go back to Neil Lennon. Why would you let him go? Do you know, let managers manage. You know, people shouldn't be putting their wee bit in, their nose in, but it doesn't matter. Higginbottom, he managed Barnsley a couple of seasons.
And then Leeds.
And then Leeds for about 16 games or something. I think that's a job for an experienced man. You look at before Neil Lennon went to Hibs, managed at Celtic. Hibs are a big club. And I know he's at Barnsley. I don't think you can make comparisons. I think the guy will get
Scotland signed for Hibs, isn't he, at the end of the
summer.
But he's went for Lennon. I mean, he'll not be happy.
So with the three signings that they've already got,
you know, I think Leanne should back out and just run the club, and let football guys run the football team.
Well, that's what I was trying to say.
Football people.
You know, it's just.
But that Scottish influence, I don't think it's there. The two guys that have not been involved in Scottish football.
Never been involved.
I think priority would have been to get top six. You've got a huge cup game coming up as well. Will they get the bounce? I'm not so sure. I've got my doubts a wee bit like Mark. I hope it goes well for Hibs. But Hibs are a big club, and I think they might go there and be a little bit surprised.
My fear is they're going to go back away now.
If he doesn't get it right, you're under pressure. You know, fans are not happy. We'll see how he handles that.
Okay, well, we'll see. But just about in the Scottish Cup draw, some big games in there.
Yes.
Looking at the draw, any wee dark horses that you fancy for the cup?
No, I think as Derry says, it's a good one for a couple of teams. You know, Celtic going to Easter Road. That's a big one. It's a hard game.
And
it's a good one though. It's a good one though because
don't get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, Killie,
don't get Killie. I know, and I'm saying Rangers are strong at home, but you never really Stevie Clark's side. So Rangers it's a huge hurdle to overcome if they're going to get that huge game up at Pittodrie. But the dark horse for me, and it's just, I've only watched them one game. Loads of changes. United, you look at the draw, Ross County, Inverness. I tell you what, that was a brilliant game. The Highland Derby.
You watch that, Frank?
No.
It was a great game. So it was brilliant. It was.
If it was on your my garden, did you watch it?
I like Robbie. I like Robbie as a manager, but I wait till he comes back up before I start watching them. I would like to see the United back up because they're a good team. I like them.
It was two of my teammates as well. Stephen Ferguson at Ross County. He was managing. Obviously, Kettlewell was serving his band, and we John Robertson. The job he's doing at Inverness is absolutely superb, and that's going to be another cracker. What is that this Tuesday coming? But what a game! It was a brilliant game. So you look at that Dundee United against County or Inverness to get to the semis.
My
dark horses are Hearts. I think they've got a great chance. If they win it, would you? I
didn't think they would turn up and do the professional job that they've done against Auckland because I thought they'd been in their faces. But you know what? I knew they'd win, but I didn't think they would win so comfortable. Derek did, but I thought the professionalism they might not turn up and do that, and they did. So you got to give credit.
Did you watch that game?
Watched that game.
Good, aye. The boy Glasgow had a couple of opportunities, didn't he, for Auckland? So I didn't even think they would get those opportunities. I thought actually Hearts would steamroll them, but no, fair play to Auckland. So
if Hearts win it, would you hear night out with Craig?
He's actually not a bad company.
He's
alright.
I've said that to you before.
Craig's alright. I like Craig. I got on well with Craig.
I got on well with him. Take him away from that side yet. Craig Levin's a good laugh. So he's good company.
I got on well with him.
Good. Right. Tell you what isn't good is used to picking this cup.
No.
Sack it or you wanted it?
I'm not. Do you know what? I'm never picking someone again because they just let me down all the time.
I know, but somebody lets you down every week. That means you wouldn't be picking anyone.
I know.
Right, come on. This is the one. We need one. It's never the season's not like that.
I'll go first. Right. I'm going to go. I'm going to play it pretty safe to try and get a cup up.
You're going to play safe.
I'm by play safe. Never.
No,
I'm playing really safe.
Right, Derek, you can go first.
Right.
Hibs versus Hamilton.
Right, again, it's the new manager's coming in. You think they'll get that bounce, but Hamilton, you know, under Big Ricey's maybe a couple of weeks to get his philosophy across. I was going to plump for a draw in that one. Are you going for that? But I'm just going to take Hibs to edge it.
Right, you're going to draw?
I'm going to draw. I'll let him go first.
Right, Derek first. Aberdeen versus St Mirren.
Again, St Mirren, low in confidence, struggling at the minute. I think Aberdeen get a wee bit of momentum going. Took a wee while to get going against in the South in the Cup, but I just think they're too strong at home, Aberdeen.
Okay, Rangers versus St Johnstone?
I just think Rangers, you know, it's too important to lose points or drop any points at this stage of the season if they've got any aspirations of winning the league, so a home win for Rangers.
And finally, I think this is a tricky one, Livingston versus Dundee.
And I'm going to go with Livingston. I just think they're strong at home. A lot of teams don't like playing against them. I think they get back to basics, as a couple of weeks ago against Hearts, you know, get back to doing what they're good at, you know, getting in people's faces. They can play a wee bit, but I like them when they're like that. And on that surface that they train on every day, I think they'll just be a wee bit too strong.
Does it not worry they've not winning 6 now?
Of course it's a worry, but that's what I'm saying, they've got back to kind of the basics. Right. They'll look at that, what got them success earlier on in the season, and again, Dundee, it was nervous times for Dundee, you know, so I just think Livy, again, it'll be dead tight, there's nothing between the sides. I think Livy will just edge it.
Right, okay, here we go. Hibs v Hamilton.
I'm going to go for a draw.
Right, we'll just end this with
I think that's not a bad shout, actually.
I think Hibs are a wee bit in turmoil at the moment, so I think they don't know what's happening. This new man's coming in, try to stamp his authority, and it might just backfire on him. So I'm going for a draw. I think Hamilton will go there with Brian Rice factor. He's done well.
Right, okay. What do you mean stamp his authority? No, but
well, come on, he'll try and put his thoughts in the game, and it might, you know, some of these boys might not understand it because he's English, and a lot of people don't. They can't understand him.
Aberdeen versus St Mirren.
Aberdeen, I'm not going to St Mirren again. You hope let me do it every week. I want them to win. I want them to win, but I can't pick them anymore. You're ruining me.
Right, okay. Rangers versus St Johnstone.
Like Derek, I think, you know, I think St Johnstone will go there and with a game plan, but I think they should be. Rangers at home, Rangers will be too much for them.
And finally, Kilmarnock v Celtic.
I think game of the weekend, I think it's going to be a good one, but I think at the moment Celtic are just far too strong for anyone in Scotland.
Right, okay. Mary's off dinner for the old
lunch.
Granddaughter.
Taking the granddaughter out.
Thanks very much.